Hey lovely people, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I am going to be applying a design to these nails that I prepped in the previous video, which I will link in the description box for you. So this is going to be an autumn set and I'm using Team Gorgeous Madrid and Red Velvet for a little bit of colour. I have got Peach Melba as my core colour and as always Clear Candy. I'm using the gorgeous Bonfire from TracyLou Glitters and my size 8 Back to Basics brush. So in the previous video I did all the prep, showed you how I prepped my hand dolly, applied the tips, did my clear base. So if you want to see that and you want to find out a little bit more about these tips and my hand dolly, check that video out. In this video I'm going to do the design. So starting off on the pinky finger, I have used Madrid, which is this beautiful copper colour, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a ombre. So I did exactly what I'm doing on this finger, although on this one I'm using Red Velvet. Place at roughly where the natural free edge would be, blend it back slightly towards the cuticle, and then I've just painted it down to the tip. Working very thin, going to be adding glitter, you know me. And then I'm going to leave that to dry and I'm going to do a little bit of a swirly whirly marble just at the tip on this now. So I've started roughly at the free edge again, natural free edge, and I've done it on a bit of a jaunty angle because I do love a jaunty angle, and I'm just picking up very wet beads of the two colours and then using the tippy tip of my brush, keeping it nice and wet and just doing a little bit of a swirl of the two together. Don't want to overwork it, just want to get a nice bit of a marble going on. And then I'm just going to leave that to dry. All the time I'm working very thin because all these nails are going to have glitter and are going to be encapsulated. But these two colours from Team Gorgeous are so pigmented that you can just paint them on. Now moving on to the ring finger, and I am using Peach Melba. This is my must-have Team Gorgeous core colour for autumn. I love it. And I had a pesky bit of glitter or something in my brush. I am just doing a full cover nail. So on this one I am building up all my strength, my structure, my apex, everything. But I'm still patting it all in with my brush, making sure all my beads blend together nicely. I've got no lumps, or very few lumps and bumps. And because these tips are mega long, I do love them. I did start with a bead at the tip first and then a cuticle of bead, and I am just going in with a touch more for my apex and just to even it out slightly. I absolutely adore these tips. I really do. If you saw the previous video where I applied them, I did go on about how much I love them. But as I was doing this set and filing and photographing at the end, I was just like, these tips are my absolute favourites. I just adore them. I'm going to do my own nails sometime next week after I get back from Olympia. I love them. Love. So moving back on what I am doing, I am just putting a little bit of that Peach Melba at the nail bed on the middle finger, and I'm just roughly blending it over the colour. I'm not worrying too much because I'm going to add some glitter. So I am keeping this bit thin because I will have to encapsulate it because of the glitter. Just a little bit more because I knew that side was going to be slightly more on show, so I wanted to make sure the coverage was perfect. And now my favourite part. So this is one of the new TracyLou autumn glitters. I picked up 4 when they went on sale along with the tips. I love them all. One of them I want to put on my nails, so I decided to use this one in this video. Bonfire, I think, describes it perfectly, and I thought it went really nicely with the two Team Gorgeous colours. So I'm just sort of ombreing this glitter down over my Madrid colour, starting with a little bead at the cuticle, using the tip of my brush to manoeuvre it, patting it all down all the time, and then on this finger I'm doing a swoosh, a little bit of a swoosh, just where the nail bed colour and my marble sort of meet in the middle, and that's why I wasn't worried too much if it wasn't a good blend. It wasn't a good blend because I'm going to be covering it up, and I'm just coming down ever so slightly on one side, not right to the tip of this nail, and then just going up to the cuticle. And as you can see, I am always patting it down so it's all nice and flat, and I'm not adding lots of bulk. And this brush I am loving for everything I do. You can get a nice little point to do more intricate detaily work. You can flatten it out. It's lovely. Love it. And then I'm doing exactly the same on this finger as I did on the pinky. Now this glitter is a slightly more chunky cut. It has got lots of little fine bits in there, but it does have some bigger pieces. So it's better to work in small beads. Nice wet bead of acrylic into the raw glitter, as I always do, as you can see there, and then just moving it around with the tip of my brush, patting it down. But I feel it's easier to work in smaller beads and add than to work in big beads and to have to take away. There was just those couple of bits of glitter that I was not happy with the placement, but this is me, and you know what a perfectionist I am, or faffer as I prefer to be known. So I'm doing the thumb in this video, and all will be revealed why I'm doing the thumb. But just keep in mind, this is part 2 from my previous video about hand dolly prep. So just for ease, I'm doing a full glitter nail. So on this one you can see really how flat I am patting that glitter, how I am, you know, working in little bits, pushing it, patting it down to keep it nice and thin. And these tips are mega thin anyway. They are really, really nice to work with. Right down to the tippy tip. And then I'm going to cap all of the nails in my clear acrylic. I've only done the one nail in the video, and just like with that full cover nail, I started a bit midway down the nail, as Sarah's Nail Secrets does on a long nail, because these were mega thin, mega long, sorry. Once I've capped them all, I will do all my filing off camera with my Team Gorgeous files, as I always do, and then we'll be back to finish them off. Well, that didn't take long. So they are all filed, refined, and I'm just going in with my Team Gorgeous Fresh Prep Spray on a brush, just to get rid of all the excess dust, and then just on a wax strip, just to go over and get into those cuticles, because we don't want any little pesky bits of dust. And now I am going to be using my Team Gorgeous Crystal Gel and my Crystal Katana, along with some sort of goldy Swarovskis and some rose gold Caviar beads, and I'm going to bling up this nail. So squeezing my crystal gel straight onto the nail in a swooshy way across the middle. I did just spread it out slightly with one of my micro swabs, which you know is how I normally apply my crystal gel, just because I wanted to make sure I had it spread slightly, it didn't lump up or anything. And now I'm just alternating between two sort of gold bronzy coloured Swarovskis. I'm honestly not sure what colours these are, if I'm honest, but I just thought they fitted in quite nicely. And I'm just doing a swoosh down the middle of the nail. And then with my Caviar beads, this is kind of a fiddly bit, but so worth it. These are slightly bigger beads. I'm just picking them up and I'm putting them in between the crystals on either side, and I'm just using my Crystal Katana just to move those crystals around where they just need putting back into place. And don't forget, you can use the pointy end of your katana to do this as well. So I'm going to finish applying these caviar beads, and then I'm going to cure in my LED lamp for 30 seconds, and then it's time for the magic to happen. So I'm starting off with my velvet top gel from Team Gorgeous. This is the matte top coat, and I am just applying that around the crystals and the beads on this ring finger. I thought the matte finish to this nail would really help those crystals to just, you know, steal the show. So I'm just very carefully applying it around them, not over them. I did go in with my little thin brush as well, but I cut that out because I did it after I top coated all the others as well. So I'm just making sure it is all completely top coated with that matte top coat, and then I'm using my Flexi Top Gel, my favourite, to top coat all the others. And get rid of a few little pesky hairs that seem to have wanted to attach themselves. Don't like it. So just going on with my top coat on all of these nails, and then I'm going to pop in my LED lamp and cure for 60 seconds. Now the velvet top gel does only need a 30-second cure, but the Flexi needs a 60, so I've just cured them all for 60 seconds. And that is this Autumn Bonfire set complete. Now don't forget, if you are working on actual clients, let that top coat cool before going in with your cuticle oil. And if you have done a matte nail like I have, you want to give it a good wipe over with some wipe off or prep spray before photographing, just to help it go matte again. Now the reason I did my thumb is because I wanted to show you how you can keep your nails on your hand dolly nail, even. So as you can see, I just pulled the tip out, and I did just give it a wipe over because it's a bit greasy. Apologise, not off camera, because what I then do is cut off the excess that was in the cuticle, and I just go around and file it just to neaten it up, and there you have a nail that you can keep, display, do whatever you like with. And there is this set all done. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video and part 1. Make sure you check out the description box for all the links to everything I've used, to the first video, everything you need to know. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and leave me any comments if you wish. And I will see you again very soon. Bye! Mwah!